follow the truth. Follow Jesus. Learn to hear his voice. Learn to hear the voice of the truth. Oh, well, yeah, well, we do that through the Bible, who's the word of God. Well, no, actually, most people listen to someone else preaching about the Bible as the word of God. How many people actually do it for themselves? Not that many. And if they do, they're still working it out through their own mindsets and belief systems. And they will be programmed by someone's theology. Somewhere, someone will have taught you some way of looking or reading the Bible, which will be the framework for which you use when you do read the Bible. Unless you give the Bible to someone and they have no background whatsoever of any religious system, and you just basically say, well, read this and ask God to show you what it means. But there's very few people who don't have some knowledge of Christianity or what it's supposed to mean. Therefore, they've already got some pre-understanding of God, of hell, or some other cultural thing that has been taken from the Bible. And it's very difficult, unless you were sort of brought up in a jungle with no contact with the Western world, it's going to be really difficult to have a neutral perspective when you start. And if people were brought up with a totally no religious understanding at all of Christianity or of God from that perspective, then why would you want to give them a book to help them? Just point them to Jesus. I remember years ago, I had an Argentinian friend who was part of I think one of the big churches in Buenos Aires, which is like 100,000 people or something. And they did a major mission to an area of Buenos Aires, which was sort of unreached and, troubled. And so they went into that area, did all their preparation and prayer and everything like that. And they went in and preached the gospel, and a whole lot of people responded. And then they were going to sign them all up to church and to new believers courses. And God spoke to them prophetically and said, don't. Let me teach them. So they've struggled with that big time. Hugely struggled to trust that God could teach them without them having a Bible or without them having the church to teach them. Hugely struggled with it, but give them their due. They accepted that must be God had a reason for it. So they didn't do anything in that area for 12 months. Then they went back and they found that there was thriving community of believers, and they didn't have Bibles, they didn't have church stuff, but their relationship with God was brilliant. And I think that shows that God can do it. He doesn't need us. Let's let him do it. If you enjoy these videos, would you please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much.